What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. Today we're going to be talking about the free rookie premiere that's most likely going to be coming probably towards the end of June. And, you know, EA Sports has done this to kind of encourage us to go after the rookie premieres and to, you know, pretty much get rid of some of the coins that you have in the previous Maddens. Because one of the common questions that I get when you guys come over here is, you know, Gmia, what's going on with this? You know, do we get to transfer our coins to the next Madden? How does that work? Well, pretty much all those things, many of you guys already know how that works, right? You can't transfer no coins. You're not getting nothing. Anything that's on this account or whatever account you have is going to remain there, with the exception of the rookie premieres. All right, so I'm going to go over some of the things that's going on with my team, you know, how we're going to get rid of them. But we're going to start with the fact that once they release the promo, EA usually makes it very, very easy to get one done. So, you know, usually everybody goes into the next Madden with at least one rookie premiere. The real reason behind why people do it, I've been getting so many questions about it. Yo, you know, some people are for it, some people are against it. Yo, Gmia, they suck. They don't work. Nothing really goes on. Let me explain a couple things though. With the way that it works and the game itself, Madden, the more that we keep going on with Madden, EA keeps finding ways for us to spend money, right? And one of the things that happens is a lot of you guys watch a lot of videos on YouTube. They're trying to figure out the ways to not spend as much money. Right? So what happens is this. EA Sports does a lot of different things with the cards, whether they enhance them or they make them really, really garbage to start, or they enhance them, whatever it is, right? It doesn't really matter. What my point is this. There are several players in the draft that we just had that probably are going to be decent cards, right? So EA Sports is going to have to figure out how many do they want to make. Over the last 3 or 4 years, they've been doing 10. I don't know. Some of you guys are, you know, like, yo, they'll probably do more this year because there were so many different good players throughout the draft. And it's like, you know, it's a possibility that that could be a thing. You know what I'm saying? So how can EA Sports make everybody happy by, you know, giving everybody a little bit of a portion of what they may want from their team? So look, just hear me out. I think that they're going to keep it at 10. Because once you go over 10, it starts to become excessive. And then I don't know if they already... We've gone through the stages of the rookie premieres where they never used to be able to get physical chems, and then they upgraded it to that. I don't know if they're at the level of now expanding past the 10. So because of that, I'm going to err on the side of caution and just tell you guys to be prepared to, you know, be prepared for it to be about 10, right? So they're going to pick the best possible 10 that they can. And getting back to the question, Gmia, why is this important? These cards suck at the beginning of the year. You guys have to remember, right? Depending on what they're going to change for Madden 22, one of these players that become a rookie premiere is going to be a star and going to be a monster, and it's going to save you MUT coins early in the Madden 22 season. And that is all I care about, because one of the #1 things that happens, once everything opens up, everybody starts coming in, yo, Gmia, what about this? What about that? And then you're like, yo, do you got your rookie premiere? Nah. Did you watch the video that I put out the year before? Yeah, but I didn't think it was important. Kyle Pitts, with the way that the you know, the Atlanta Falcons are going right now, Julio is gone. For all you Atlanta Falcon fans that want to cry, you've been crying since the Super Bowl that you lost. What was it? 33 to what? I don't know. What, 28-3? Whatever. You guys suck. But that's not what it's about. Kyle Pitts is going to be a star. Dude, I would if I'm going to Vegas right now, I would bet heavily that Kyle Pitts gets a rookie premiere. So we're going to use him as an example. What would he do early for your team? Well, typically the rookie premiere is going to probably start lower average, like 77 overall, whatever like that. You know, it's going to be straight garbage. Then what happens is they in some years they did like the preseason upgrades, and then they gave Saquon Barkley his year like a major upgrade. One of these players that you get is going to be an immediate 88 to 90 overall early in MUT 22. And you're going to actually be seeing that player on the field, and you yourself may use that player. That's what's going to happen initially to start, right? If that turns out to be the case, you're going to be like, yo, Gmia, thank you so much. I don't want you to thank me. I want you guys to be prepared, because we already know, based on the concepts of Madden 21, we can kind of see a trend. Contains don't work, escape artists, you know, streak, you know, the streaks, you know, whatever, deep end, they broke up streak specialists. That really nerfed the way that the offense is played this year. A lot of you guys, like myself, we noticed immediately from the first day of playing the game, the players just didn't animate. That was a very, very bad job by EA Sports. Do I expect that aspect? I don't really think they're going to keep it that way. I think that the passing game is going to be even more revamped, and the players will be reacting to the ball simply because of next gen. Next gen is going to have to change everything, because if it doesn't, heads are going to roll probably, because it's going to be too many complaints. Like right now, this is like, you know, the next gen Madden right now, some people like it, some people don't, but it's like kind of a wash because many people didn't transition, and also the MCS stayed on the current gen. So all the developers get a pass with that. With Madden 22, there will be no pass because the people are going to be more vocal. You guys are going to be expressing your likes and your dislikes, stuff like that, and people are going to hear about it. And some of the pet peeves, you know, players not animating, I don't believe we're going to see as much of that in 22. Just based off the way that even the next gen plays right now, they actually animate and do stuff, right? So look, going back to Kyle Pitts, I think he might end up being a guy that most of us is going to utilize. 6'6", big body. You know, he's going to be able to be a guy that's going to eventually become a star. I think it's going to start this year. So he's going to be the shining light for the Atlanta Falcons, and I really do believe that. So this reason alone, I'm going to tell you guys, he should probably be your #1 pick as your free rookie premier when EA Sports releases the challenges and all that stuff. He should be the guy you get first. Now, everything else that goes on, Trevor Lawrence, in my opinion, they have to give it to him. I would bet heavily because he's the #1 pick and he's going to the Jaguars. And no, there's no QB that anybody wants in the Jaguars right now. You know, we got Tim Tebow, he a tight end / QB. Look, bro, I don't know what he's doing over there and what's happening. This guy is definitely going to get a rookie premier. Now, many of you have been asking, would it be worth it to get him and waste 650K coins after you get your free one to go ahead and get Trevor Lawrence? In my opinion, you know what? I'm going to get all of them just to get them because I know eventually we're going to be able to quick sell them later in the year and we'll just get a boatload of training. Will we end up using Trevor Lawrence? That part I'm not sure about. Because if EA Sports continues to make the windups be the way that they are, remember in Madden 20, as bad as the windups were, Aaron Rodgers did not need an ability to throw the ball fast. This year he throws the ball like a snail in sand with molasses without gunslinger. So they're focusing more on making you have to use abilities. Will he be a guy that can do that for you? I'm not sold on it. I don't think that a lot of us are going to be using him to start the year unless field general quarterbacks are like the deal and early on he gets really good abilities. That's only that right there is the only way possible I can see it. Another card that some of you guys are debating with me about is Zach Wilson, because we feel that he's going to start right away for the Jets. And primarily what they try to do is make those rookie premieres have the opportunity to start, which is why they get those upgrades. So this is why some people are saying it might be 2 quarterbacks or they may make more than 10. I don't believe it, but we have to wait to see it. All right, Trey Lance is probably going to be behind Garoppolo a little bit, so I wouldn't estimate that as a thing. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, would they do it? It's, you know, anything is possible at EA Sports, but I don't think it would make sense because we already know that they're probably not going to make him the starter pending Garoppolo's health, right? Everybody else, like Jamar Chase, he might be a dog. You know who he reminds me of? Jamar Chase and also Jalen Waddle. Waddle, however you pronounce the last name. I think it's Waddle, right? Or Waddle? I'll go Waddle. You guys gonna correct me anyway, but I'll go Waddle. This is the way that it is, right? I meant to say Jalen. Jalen reminds me of that Brashad Perriman way back in Madden 16. This is like OG status. He's going to be that type of a guy with that speed that he has. It's going to turn out to be something unbelievable. Now, I don't know which one they'll go with. Both of these guys are pretty much, you know, they got speed, but this guy's next level. Waddle is next level. Like this dude right here, dude, he got burners. So I would rather the faster card because you guys know what happens in the beginning of the new Maddens. Everybody's looking for Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill is like 1 mil. It's stupid. His base card is like 1 million coins. Very, very dumb. His power up is like 700 million because we're going crazy over +1 speed. This is going to be very, very interesting how it works out. But the Dolphins, I believe, the Dolphins are going to be a lot more competitive than, you know, the Bengals. So I would rather the Dolphins get him because then we can see what Tua's about. Maybe Tua, you know, is going to be what we thought he was. Maybe he won't. I don't know. But he can get the ball down the field. So we'll be able to get some upgrades to this guy. Lineman, you're going to get at least 1 lineman. It'll more than likely be Sewell. That's what I believe. You know, cornerbacks now. Now, this is where it gets difficult because this was one of the main questions that you guys are bringing up. Yo, Gmia, what are you thinking, Surtain or JC Horn? I got to go Surtain. because of his dad. This guy's dad was good too, but he was a wide receiver, you know, Joe Horn. But what I'm saying is I would have to go Patrick Surtain. And based on the way that they both played, I actually prefer Surtain, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about, you know, the college days, but I prefer him. Whichever one gets it, though, the cornerback position is very, very unique because we're going to go after the players that have the most speed, so you probably won't use these cards early. The only one I believe that we're going to be using early is probably Kyle Pitts. So all these guys are probably, after like the first couple weeks, when EA starts to do upgrades, we're going to be looking at these cards as being competitive. And then also, depending on how EA makes the game work, because if the actual attributes work, we're going to be looking at this entirely different. Devonta Smith, he might end up getting a card. This guy's a dog right here, but, you know, he is pick number 10. These other wide receivers went before him. Even though I say that he's probably one of the better players that came out of college this year, these guys went before him. So, you know, maybe it's his slender build. He's, you know, whatever. He's kind of skinny. Dudes couldn't cover him in college. It is what it is. Justin Fields probably not going to happen. Micah Parsons, this is interesting. How important is the linebacker? Will EA Sports allow our linebackers to jump in Madden 22? I don't know. Because like I said, right, even with the way it is right now, you have to have lurker on any linebacker for them to animate. Very, very rarely will you get lucky and get a pick without lurker, but usually you leave lurker for them to animate. If that's still the case, this is going to be a dead issue. Now, I believe that EA Sports is sick and tired of everybody making fun of linebackers when they drop. Like, yo, what is this? What are we going to do with them? They're not good. I believe that they'll give them more of an opportunity to animate. And I think it makes the game overall better because this year, every time a linebacker came out, nobody was excited. You know, usually we go crazy over Patrick Willis. There was no excitement about it. There was nothing really going on because we know it's going to cost us abilities to make the guy have a brain. So that's very, very interesting. As far as everybody else, Mac Jones, I love me some Mac Jones, but he's definitely not going to be able to do anything. Leatherwood, another lineman, I don't think he's going to get anything. It's probably going to be a lot of corners. You know, maybe they'll go ahead a couple wide receivers. Maybe we will get a couple quarterbacks. But everything else down the line, Najee. Is it Najee? Yes, Najee Harris. I think he's going to be pretty good. I think the Steelers really needed a run game. I think he might be that missing piece. You know, sort of like throughout the season, we thought that, you know, while they were undefeated, they were like a fake undefeated team. They didn't have a run game. I think this guy changes some stuff. He might end up getting something. Eric Stokes, I think he's going to be a dog as well. So the importance of it is going to be based on what you are trying to do. What are you trying to accomplish early on in Madden? Now, look, I'm going to have to give you guys a step-by-step on how you operate and how you get your coins up early on. Jumping right into head-to-head is never the move. Grinding out challenges and understanding the game is usually the way to get your coin stacks up early. Then you jump into head-to-head looking for rewards because it gets kind of weird if you just go right to head-to-head and you don't understand the game. So I always recommend doing at least a little bit of the challenges, understanding what's going on, and taking advantage of some of the free players and cards that you're going to get in Madden 22 because they always get your feet wet. Like here goes this 85. Here goes this 84. Now go buy packs. EA is very, very good with doing that. So my objective is to make sure you guys understand it. So after we get the free one, which I believe they're going to do again, they did it before in the past, we're going to get at least one free. All the other information I gave you based on the tier of the cards and what they're going to do based on the team that they're on, that's how we're going to evaluate it if you're not going to do all 10. I myself am looking forward for another year. I think it's going to be 3 years in a row that we're getting all 10 done. For those of you guys that have subscribed to me on Twitch at GmiasWorld, you will get the opportunity for giveaways with coins. The community usually is really good giving back, so you'll be able to get a few of them that way. But like I said, with the way that everything is right now, I would be extremely careful to just understand. If you can't get all 10, I would definitely start with Kyle Pitts. Let me know who your top rookie premier is for Madden 22. Thank you guys and girls for watching. Have a great day. Until next time, one love, y'all.